All right, today we're gonna be unboxing the Mossberg MC2c. This is the manual safety model. So this is sold in a couple different variants. This one is an older variant, so there's no optic capability on top of the slide. However, with all the newer ones, they do have optic cuts on the slide themselves. So up top here, you're gonna get a bag with a Mossberg sticker, an NRA membership card, a couple of brochures from NSSF on safety, as well as your user manual. So like most Mossberg user manuals, these are black and white with red warning signs for the different warning texts. And it does feature actual photographs of the pistol. And towards the back, there's both an exploded view of the pistol itself, as well as a parts list on the left-hand side. And this is a manual for both the MC2c as well as the MC1 subcompact or MC1 SC. Also in the box is going to be a yellow Mossberg branded lock, just a standard cable lock. You're also going to get 2 magazines. Both are branded MC2 on the front sides, as well as Mossberg on the left-hand side. Both come with black base plates and red followers. The larger one, the one that came inside of the gun, is a 15-round magazine, and the smaller one that was in the bottom of the box here is going to be a 13-round magazine. So let's get everything out of the way, and then we'll start going into the features of the Mossberg MC2c. All right, got everything out of the way. As always, we'll start off with some close-up shots. This isn't a pistol I see a lot. As a matter of fact, this is probably the first time I've actually handled one and seen one. It's quite surprising because I do kind of like the styling. I like that the serrations aren't as harsh as most of your polymer frame pistols nowadays. So first up, we'll go over the barrel here. The barrel is going to be a 3.9-inch barrel constructed of 416 stainless steel and features a black DLC finish. Very slick, very similar to nitride finishes. The slide, like I said before, this version is an older version, so it's not cut for optics. But it does feature a black DLC finish. Almost the exact same finish that's on the barrel, slightly less shiny. It's also going to feature slide serrations on the front as well as in the rear, and that's featured on both sides. I did notice that the rear slide serrations do have these kind of opposite angled cuts, just one down the middle of each side. The iron sights. So again, this is another feature that there are 2 different models of. So this is the standard 2-dot white dot system and no tritium or fiber optic here. So there is a tritium model. As far as fiber optics go, I'm not really sure if they carry that. But the front sight is going to be dovetailed into the slide. It's a single white dot. And the rear, also going to be dovetailed into the slide, is going to be a 2-dot white dot. Onto the frame. The frame is going to be constructed of glass reinforced polymer. The back strap is going to have some texturing back here. It's also going to feature a slight palm swell on the side here, and that's featured on both sides. And it also has some pretty nice texturing. I wouldn't say it's super aggressive, but it does feel good in the hand. Also towards the front is going to be some texturing for your support thumb to rest on, and that's featured on both sides. Up front is going to be a single Picatinny rail section. There's also going to be some slight texturing on the front of the trigger guard. Onto the controls. So like I said, this is the manual safety model, and this is probably the first crossbar safety I've ever seen on a handgun, but Mossberg went with a crossbar safety right behind the trigger. So right there you can see that that's fire and this is safe, and that is reversible. So you could swap this to the other side to where you press this like that, and that's going to be safe, and vice versa. It's going to have a single-sided slide stop, slide release, and a reversible magazine release button. I do quite like this magazine release button. It's large and it has a very nice texturing on it there. Trigger is going to be a flat face trigger with a blade style trigger safety. So if you push it on the side, it's not going to allow the trigger to go anywhere. You have to depress that blade like that. Trigger is going to be 5.5 pounds, so it's not super heavy and not super light. So on to the strangest thing, I think, in regards to a striker fired gun, and that is the takedown procedure. So to take this down, you are going to want the trigger in the forward position, so you don't have to pull the trigger or anything. You want the firearm on fire. You pull the slide to the rear. Make sure it's safe, clear and empty, no magazine. You're going to come to the rear. You're going to push this button, that cover down and off. And you're going to be greeted with your striker. You're going to reach on the bottom here, pull the striker out. And here's that cover. Then you're going to release it forward. The slide comes off just like that. There's your recoil spring and barrel and everything else. There's the internals. I just thought that was very strange. First time I've ever seen a striker fired handgun be taken down in that manner. In order to put it back, basically just put your striker back and then put the cover back on. But if you guys have any questions on the Mossberg MC2c, just drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back with you. Thank y'all for watching.